Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Thursday night and I did a video earlier today, but everything's happening so fast and furious now, I'm trying to keep up. So the title of today's video is The Queen and Royal Family Appalled by Harry and Meghan. Disclaimer, full disclaimer can be found below in the description. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started with our content, moving up, and I'm going to try to make this one a little bit shorter. The blast. It says the royal family disowns Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. U.S. election comments. In another clear move to distance the crown from newly disavowed members of the royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, it appears as though Buckingham Palace has issued a statement disowning recent highly candid comments made by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex about the presidential election in the United States, where they now claim residence. So it just says the Crown speaks, and it says a palace spokesperson issued some words on behalf of the Crown that seemingly insinuate that they're now distancing themselves, and that now clearly seems to be shown in effect between the between the former royals and the family itself. There's clearly an issue at hand when it comes to them voicing personal opinions and capacities they were previously unable in the royal roles. This is exemplified by the statement made by the family in regard to Meghan and Harry's comments. The Duke is not a working member of the royal family, and any comments that he makes are in a personal capacity. The straightforward statement from the British royals began to explain, and I think that was someone at the palace. These plans include, but are not limited to, launching a massively scaled nonprofit organization that will address crucial issues within the state and supposedly offer such amenities as emotional support groups, a website designed about well-being, and a new kind of educational system developed with multimedia elements kept at the forefront. I'm confused. Is this something totally different that we haven't heard about? I know when the virus and the lockdown first started, they were talking about like online mental health and things like that, but I don't know if they're trying to encompass everything in with this statement or if there's something new that they're working on that we don't know about. And remember, I just reported Doria's in my last video that was made earlier this morning. Blast says Netflix deal means no privacy. Of course, we know landing a Netflix deal in a short time that since they arrived in America is no doubt cause for celebration. But what happened to staying out of the spotlight, Harry and Meghan? Royal expert by name, Richard Fitzwilliam, explained to Express UK that the couple may just be doing the opposite of what they initially proclaimed to the media about Brexit. He went on to say that the deal has only opened them to more criticism from their fans, critics, and tabloids. The way they handle their deal with Netflix and what appears in the shows will be subject to relentless scrutiny to see how their royal connections are used, if at all. What did the royal family say about the deal? Unfortunately, Netflix deal may have been truncated by harmony among them. A source told Entertainment Tonight that the Queen and other members of the royal family are appalled by the deal. That's where I got the title, guys. Brexit USA, The Sun says, Trump advisor says Meghan Markle and Prince Harry made Britain great by leaving the country after they pleaded for Americans to vote. Corey, and I won't even try to say his last name, currently a senior advisor for President Donald Trump's re-election campaign, told the DailyMail.com on Wednesday that he hopes the royal couple leaves the United States. Yes, and so do I. They made Britain great again by leaving, so I hope they do the same for us. The Sun also says today, and this is all late-breaking news, Prince Harry appeared regretful and tense, claims body language expert. Prince Harry seemed regretful and tense when he spoke about the U.S. election in the Time video, a body language expert told the Daily Mail. According to Judy James, the Duke looked uncomfortable and appeared to be aware of the fallout of his comments on the upcoming U.S. election. So she's saying that he was not comfortable talking about the upcoming election. So that's Meghan keeping him by her side, making him do that. So Harry should not be commenting on American politics. This was found on Royal Insta blog. So, and they gave me permission to use some of these posts. So shout out to Royal Insta blog, and guys, go follow them. So this was a conversation between Dawn Neeson, and I don't know who she is. I guess, columnist from the Daily Star, and Dan Wooten. So let's go on and we'll see what they have to say about them getting involved.
Pool with strippers in Las Vegas, and now he's commenting on politics and the president, and it's like, but I mean, to be fair to Donald Trump, said not a huge fan, but this was just an absolute classic. It really was brilliant. But, don't they deserve it, to be honest with you?
Well, absolutely, Dawn. I've written about this in my column tomorrow, and I say that for the moment, Harry remains the obedient, nodding, wannabe first man, chipping in on Meghan's pet projects with perfectly scripted wokeisms doused in British princely charm. But what happens when Prince Harry actually stands up to Meghan for the first time and says, no, Meghan, I'm actually going to put the sanctity of the institution that I was brought up in first? I actually shudder to think, Dawn, because I can't imagine she'll take it very well.
Do you think it's going to happen, Dan? I mean, Meghan is literally rod hole to Harry's emu. He is never going to stand up. He is the very definition of henpecked husband. I never wanted to say this. I always wanted to think that it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but it's so.
No, Dawn. I think they're both as bad as each other. I really do.
Exactly. No, it really is. I mean, if you look at the video they did together, the joint video, urging everyone to vote for Joe Biden. Of course, not at all political. But he never looked comfortable.
So they make some very good points there. In fact, Dan's saying that Harry should put the institution of the monarchy first and foremost, and he should, whether he's a working royal or non-working. He seems to keep taking their money. I don't care if they say that they paid off Frogmore Cottage. Again, in my personal opinion, don't believe that. He shouldn't be speaking about politics. That's the second thing, because monarchs or members of the royal family are apolitical. They don't speak about it. And he's clearly backing Meghan and the candidate she wants to get in, Joe Biden. And it just shouldn't be done. And I thought this was funny that Royal Insta blog made this comment. Harry should not be commenting on American politics. The last time Harry was involved in American politics, he was playing naked pool with strippers in Las Vegas. That's funny. That's when everybody loved Harry. I'm sorry, he could just do no wrong, and and everybody embraced him and accepted him. But we have to remember, he is a 37-year-old man. He's not a little boy anymore, and whatever he struggled through as a child does not excuse his behavior now. Royal Insta blog also said, I could use this from the Express: strip them of their titles. Queen must punish Meghan Markle and Harry, says think tank. So they put it before a think tank to see what they thought about what's going on. The Queen will be in despair as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's decision to release a video aimed at the voters in November's U.S. presidential election, and should strip the couple of their titles for their blatant disregard for royal protocol, a think tank has said. Burgess Group Director Robert Oids and colleague Dr. Nia McCrae fear any failure to act would risk exposing the monarchy to more reputational damage, while branding the couple both clumsy and arrogant and woke warriors. In the clip, Harry and Meghan, who now live in California, called on Americans to register to vote in the upcoming election. Goes on to say, significantly, Harry said, as we approach this November, it is vital that we reject hate speech, misinformation, and online negativity, which I spoke about this earlier today. What they mean is they don't want any of us to say anything negative about Harry and Meghan. As long as it's positive and we're bowing down to them, then it's okay. But they're telling us to be nice. But we'll get to that in a minute. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex controversial move drew a stinging rebuke from Mr. Olds and Dr. McRae, an expert in mental health. They said the latest video by Harry and Meghan, ostensibly urging people to vote, and I'm sorry for a mispronunciation, in the forthcoming U.S. presidential election is naked campaigning for the Democratic Party. The royal couple, can't even talk, excuse me. The royal couple urges voters to reject hate, clearly referring to their bait noyé, Donald Trump. These woke warriors have breached protocol by interfering in an election. The House of Windsor should act swiftly, stripping Harry and Meghan of the royal titles. Then it goes on to say that Mr. Oids and Dr. McCrae, who criticized Harry and Meghan's wokeness in the course of their book, Moralitis, A Cultural Virus, which was published last month, warned failure to act will expose our royal family to further reputational damage. While Harry has become something of a snowflake, Meghan is very driven by identity politics. She will stop at nothing in her crusade. Well, we all know this. We've seen this firsthand. Says, but Trump's support among ordinary American voters is strong, and we will only be bolstered by clumsy and arrogant intervention. Mr. Oids and Dr. McCrae also have stern words of rebuke for Harry, saying, the Queen knows that the monarch and the royal family must stay above politics. Harry has let his grandmother down yet again. The Queen and Prince Philip will be in despair at an undignified behavior and blatant disregard for royal protocol. Asked yesterday about Harry's remarks, and a Buckingham Palace spokesperson said, we would not comment. The Duke is not a working member of the royal family, and any comments he makes are made in a personal capacity. The Queen, as head of state, is always driven to stay above the political fray and hosted Mr. Trump at Buckingham Palace during his state visit last year. Mr. Trump is known to be particularly fond of the monarch, largely because of the high regard his mother had for her. Questioned about the royal couple's decision, Mr. Trump said, quote, I am not a fan of hers, and I would say this, and she probably has heard that. But I wish them a lot of luck to Harry, because he's going to need it. Yes, he is. And Andrew Prince also posted on Royal Instablog at Tory Boy Pierce, Prince Harry has effectively endorsed at Joe Biden what is the U.S. election to do with him. He doesn't have a vote, and as he still thinks he's royal, he is HRH. He's supposed to be politically neutral. As usual, he wants it both ways, and yes, he does. Guys, I found this on Instagram tonight, and I believe this is being run by Meghan and or one of her Sussex squads. I want to show you a few things, and I've already written to Kensington Royal, the royal family, and Clarence House. While there are a few posts of other family members, the majority are Harry and Meghan. And it's called Royal Family News, and it says personal blog. Here you will find out about, and it says each of them. But if you look at the Instagram.com, vein95.clv, I'll tell you what that goes to, but I want to show you a couple of pictures. So they're basically putting everything up that Harry and Meghan do under the guise that it's royal family news. But look at the logo up there with the HM. That was Harry and Meghan's logo for their Royal Sussex Instagram account. So to me, they shouldn't be allowed to use that logo. They shouldn't be allowed to use the word royal. And this needs to be shut down, and the palace needs to do something about it. And I have sent all this information, pictures, and wrote to each of them. So if any of y'all want to send something at it, and you can go on and look at it yourself, and I've blocked them from me. So when you click on the www Instagram there, you will see it comes up this. Vanessa, Real Madrid. Vanessa Zapata Rabolo. And she says Black Lives Matter, and she's a feminist. And that's her Facebook. So I don't know if she's running it, but this is listed on that page, but it needs to be shut down. This is something else that's posted on that page. So she's clearly telling people that from now on, all the comments that attack, insult, disrespect, and others to Harry and Meghan or little Archie will be deleted and that person blocked. Therefore, refrain from negative comments. Thank you. So she's not talking about negative comments about members of the royal family. She's only referring to Harry and Meghan and Archie. And she also posts this on the little stories. I know that there are new photos of Archie and Doria, but I will not upload them since they were not taken by paparazzis, or excuse me, since they were taken by paparazzis on their property. I'm just going to upload official photos that Meghan and Harry want to share about them and their son. Respected her private life. Oh my God, the way these people write. And I'm telling you, this is how Meghan's getting the word out, this, and using all these other people that she's speaking for. But let me just go to something else. So this was the old Sussex, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex account. And we know that, that had to be shut down. But you see the logo up there? Same logo that is being used, and that should not be allowed. Whether it's Meghan that's using this, whether it's one of her sugars that's using it, that's an official royal logo that belonged to the royal family and still does, and it was shut down. So that should not be allowed. Also, remember she had, how many was it? I can't even remember if it was 14 or 17 million followers. It's down to 10, but it's shut down, so I don't know why they continue to follow. And yes, I like this. At the Duchess Diaries official, she made this. It says, Harry and Meghan, if you want to stop the hate, address your own squad, because we get attacked by them every single day. We get threats. We get them trying to track down who we are, where we live, and everything about us so that they can go and post things online. And we know poor Murky Meg and Celt and Yankee Wally and Taz and DanjA and I'm sure Princess Tiffany and Pdina and all of them and Mahogany have all been attacked. And I know that Shams. So just stop this. It's just wrong. And if you want people to stop talking about you, then stop the hate that's spread by your own followers. Look what one of the ladies wrote on there too. This is on that page. Okay, aren't they the ones that sent to spread rumors, spit hate, and send the worst threats? Fred's mother, and at Mother Fred, says, let us be clear. The British government and the British royal family have paid online trolls to attack Prince Harry and to ask him to be stripped of his titles because he married a black woman and is anti-hate and the British and American far-right agenda. Are you kidding me? So Mike at Mike Borrow 1976 replies and said, he's a member of the royal family and as such has to remain neutral to all political issues. He also cannot vote as a royal. That is British law. If he wants to get involved, he must hand over, I think is what he meant to say, hand over his right to secession as does his son, which I don't think Archie's in the line of secession or truly could ever take the position. But look at this. Fred's mother is a Sussex sycophant, and this is the kind of stuff. Do you really think that the British government or the royal family is going to go out and pay people to be online trolls and attack these two and ask them that they be stripped? These people are so deluded. Oh my God. I'm telling you people, it's crazy the stuff they do. So again, Queen and royal family are appalled by Harry and Meghan. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Set your bell for notifications so you'll know as soon as I post a video. And leave me some comments. I want to know what you guys think about this video and what's going on in the news at the moment. Thank you, and everyone have a great rest of your day, or if it's morning for you, have a great day. Thanks and lots of love.